What up, what up, what up? It's your homeboy B Watt, and you are now tuned into another episode of Cancel B Watt. And on today, I want to talk about Charleston White, stupid looking at. Now, real talk, I rock with Charleston White, you know what I'm saying? I've been following him for a couple of months. I watch a lot of his videos. I keep up with a lot of his content. Charleston White is an interesting motherfucker. I tell you that, you know what I'm saying? He come off to me like, like your old conscious uncle who always giving you game but ain't never really utilizing it himself, you know what I'm saying? I mean, one night he giving like consciousness and knowledge to gang members and you know what I'm saying, enlightening them about the trappings of the street. And the next second, he might be giving some black history lesson on the proper use of the word nigga and our history as black Americans. And then the next second, he just in some low vibrational foolishness that don't make no sense to nobody. So recently, Charleston White got into a situation with one of these young millionaire podcasters, Adin Ross. I don't know nothing about this dude. I ain't never watched none of his videos. That's not the kind of content that I'm remotely interested in. So I would have no recollection or knowledge of who this young man is. But apparently he's a rich podcaster, and he linked up with Charleston White, I think in Vegas, and the shit turned left. The shit turned wild. I first saw it online. I think Charleston White posted something to his YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? A little low quality iPhone video. It looked like he was standing outside a hotel or something. And he just went to talking trash as usual. But, I always try to find the buried treasure in what he really saying. And he was speaking on how this young podcaster, Adin Ross, right, lures him out to Las Vegas, telling him he going to give Charleston White a streaming deal, only to like parade him around for 3 days and ultimately try to perform a sex ritual on him. Yes, a sex ritual. You heard me correctly. Charleston White put out a series of videos implying that this young man lured him to Las Vegas under the guise of offering him a streaming deal only to make a attempt all weekend at Charleston White's penis. So Charleston White is outside of the hotel recording on a camera phone and claiming that his girl who was with him at the time was uncomfortable because they was making sexual advances on her. And basically, Adin Ross and his homeboys just was talking about penis all weekend. And listen, Charleston White was basically saying, and he said this verbatim, that he was escaping from an Illuminati ritual. He said the Illuminati was trying to get him. And in my personal opinion, Charleston, you were absolutely right. Charleston, bruh. You know how this game go, bro. You've been making fun of rappers for going through this for years and years. Of course they lured you out there to Las Vegas under the guise of offering you a streaming deal. Of course they tried to get your booty before they offered you the contract to actually sign. Of course. This is how the music industry goes. This is how the entertainment industry goes. And you know this already. So I'm really just confused as to what you thought was about to happen. Charleston, you be online spitting knowledge and game all the time to the youth. Why would you therefore put yourself in a position where it's even expected or possible that you could compromise yourself? Listen, guys, this is why I'm concerned about this, and this is why I'm making a video about this. The reason that I'm concerned, the reason that I'm making a video is because Charleston White said out his mouth that he thought about selling out. He said, oh, yeah, I always thought I would sell out when I got the opportunity to. That means that Charleston was open to the possibility of getting, in his own words, his backside pushed in by Adin Ross, okay? Like, let's logically think through this. If Charleston White has been online warning rappers about going to these different parties and the type of stuff that these people will do to you for money and fame, why would you then turn around and put yourself in a position where you have to compromise yourself for money or fame? What are you doing up there with that little boy Adin Ross in the first place? And what was crazy about it is Adin called into DJ Academic's channel and he spoke up for himself. He said the reason that Charleston was really mad is because Charleston accidentally sent a dick pic to these dudes. Now, Charleston, you a grown-ass man. Make it make sense to me that you go up there understanding how the music industry works as far as them pushing your backside in and you accidentally sending these young men dick pics. Make that make sense to me. Charleston, Was you really about to let these little boys play in your backside for a streaming deal? Say it ain't so, Charleston. And like I said, I've been following Charleston for a minute, and I'm on the fence about him right now. In certain moments, he be spitting that black God knowledge, and in other moments, bro, this is suspect, Charleston. This is suspect industry activity. This is the same type of suspect industry activity that Charleston White himself has been ridiculing these young rappers for participating in. Make it make sense to me, Charleston. Weren't you the same person who pointed out to everybody after NBA YoungBoy beat his second federal case, after he got that new record deal or whatever it was, that he started painting his fingernails, that he started wearing makeup? Didn't you say that they were sexualizing that young man because he had to sign that new big deal? So what makes you think that you're any different, Charleston? Charleston, you have to pick what side of the fence that you're going to play on, okay? This is what I mean. 1 second, Charleston is telling stories about how he's an ex-gang member, ex-convict, locked in with the Crips, locked in with the Bloods, right? Tapped in with the streets. But then he turns right around and boasts about how he'll call the police on the same people who he claimed he tapped in with. You rock with these rappers. The only reason you know these rappers and these people business is because you, quote unquote, locked in with the streets. So how are you then going to take that information that you're privy to and then weaponize it against people? That's actually some whole shit. That's actually some fake shit that I don't respect. You know what I mean? Like, 1 second, Charleston is talking about he a community service activist, working with the children, working with the youth, working in the community. And then the very next second, you online cursing out the mothers of deceased rappers, shooting yourself in the strip club. You know what I mean? Make it make sense to me. It's juxtaposing to me how these two personalities, these two traits and sets of characteristics can be combined in one person. It's suspicious to me. I miss Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? Charleston White is the biggest black man on the internet since Kevin Samuels. We went from a clean-cut guy who was trying to, at the end of the day, he was just trying to make everybody fall in love, hook up, you know what I mean, get us back to the couple vibes, to this ex-convict, ex-gang member speaking false knowledge on the youth and not leading by example. It's sad. And for an OG who knows better, who documented knows better, bro, you was gonna let Adin Ross play in your butthole so that you could get a streaming deal and go back to the hood in Dallas and stunt. That's what you was gonna do, bro. You know better and you went up there and then you leaking dick pics to these niggas while you up there. This is what's confusing to me. Like, I really thought this through. He talked about how on the third day he already had it in his mind that these dudes was trying to smash him, right? But I see you on camera with Adin when y'all did y'all last video, the last podcast recording, and you backing it up on him, posting up on him like you D-Wade or something. Listen, bro, if I think a man, a grown-ass man, is out to get me in a sexual way, I'm not making no physical contact with this man. I'm not going to do nothing that implies that I'm open to the possibility of this man partaking in the greatness and the goodness that is Cancel BY. It's not happening. I can say confidently on YouTube today, I can say in front of my current fan base and the fan base that I will have in the future that I'm not letting nobody play in my butthole for no dollar amount. I'm not built like that. I am not going to sell out. I am not going to compromise myself with those people who I'm going to speak about in depth. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't really directly speak about these people. You know what I'm saying? But we all know who they are, and we're not talking about white people. Let me just get that out of the way. I ain't talking about nobody white. I'm talking about the people. You know what I'm saying? Who, if I say their name, if I speak on them right now, I'm going to get a YouTube flag. So I'm smarter than that. I'm not even going to speak about them. But I'm not compromising myself in no way, shape, or form to attain nothing from you people. I'm good, okay? And it's not necessary in this beautiful reality that God has created. Charleston, you need to go back to the hood, link up with your conscious people, right? And tap back in. You know you need to tap back in, bro. And whatever you do, do not go your ass back to Hollywood with them little white boys, bro. You know what it is already. They going Justin Bieber B2K you. And you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, no disrespect to Charleston, but I'm gonna say this. Charleston did spend some time in jail in his youth, right? He had that shooting charge or whatever with him and his friends. So, Charleston grew up in the boys' home. Charleston spent his teenage years in and out of jail when most young men was out here dating women and getting to know the ladies. He was in the bing bing with the little boys. Now, Charleston also put everybody on game that a lot of these gang members who wind up going to jail really be undercover homosexualities. This is out of his own mouth. And to the best of my knowledge, he is a former gang member. He did spend his puberty years in a bing bing, and he seemed very open and willing, at least to the idea of possibly selling out for the streaming deal. Well, he probably was going to sell out until he seen them lone dildos came out the back, and he realized these little white boys wasn't playing with him. Why you accidentally sending them dick pics? They really bout that life, and maybe he, had some second thoughts and decided to abort mission. But here's the problem, Charleston. You didn't already show weakness, bro. So they're going to come at you again, bro. They're going to give you another opportunity to compromise yourself, compromise your sexuality, compromise the black legacy of manhood, all so you could get a couple of dollars and be up on a streaming platform in front of these little white kids with this little white boy, Adin Ross. All right? They not playing gay. They are actually with the shits and about that life. Charleston's supposed to be out here attaining elder status, and you're around here trying to move around Vegas, around Hollywood with some little boys. Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Listen to your little bro. Cancel Be White, and don't go back up there with them boys, okay? Don't go back up there. I don't care how much money they offer you. Do not do it, okay? Now, if a month or so from now you pop up with this huge streaming deal, paint your fingernails, talk about you comfortable wearing mascara or whatnot, we gonna know what's up, Charleston. We already know because you already taught us what was up. So, you know what I mean? Live by example, my brother. Don't just talk the talk, but walk the walk, OG. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Now, peep this. If you like my content, if you like my way of thinking, and you want more from me, I'm going to give you more, right? But I don't really like talking on YouTube, so I got another plan. I'm built way different from any of these podcasters or any of these people, content creators online. I got a whole nother plan for this, okay? So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be releasing a lot of episodes and cluing everybody in on this plan, right? Change the game. That's what I'm on. So listen, like, subscribe, comment, and tune in again to another episode of Cancel Be White.